Chapter 51 Sri Sai Satcharitra Stories of Baba. First one, attending Mrs. Dio's Udyapan ceremony as a sannyasi with two others. Second one, Hemadpant's house in the form of this picture. Preliminary. Blessed is Sri Sai Samartha, who gives instructions in both temporal and spiritual matters to his devotees and makes them happy by enabling them to achieve the goal of life. Sai, who when places his hand on their head, transfers his power to them and thus destroying the sense of differentiation, make them attain the unattainable thing. He who embraces the bhaktas who prostrate themselves before him with no sense of duality or difference, he becomes one with the bhaktas at the sea, with the rivers when they meet in a rainy season, and give them his powers and position. It follows from this that he who sings the leelas of God bhaktas is equally or more dear to him than one who sings the leelas of God only. Now we turn to the stories of this chapter. Mrs. Dio's Udyapan ceremony. Mr. B.V. Dio was a Mamlatdar at Dahanu, that is Thana district. His mother had observed 25 or 30 different vows, and a Udyapan ceremony in connection therein was to be performed. The ceremony included the feeding of 100 or 200 Brahmins. Mr. Dio fixed a date for the ceremony and wrote a letter to Bapu Sahib Jog asking him to request Sai Baba on the behalf to attend the dinner of the ceremony, as without his attendance the ceremony would not be duly completed. Babu Sahib Jog read out the letter to Baba. Baba noted carefully the pure-hearted invitation and said, "I always think of who remembers me. I require no convenience, carriage, tanga, nor train or airplane. I run and manifest myself of him who lovingly calls me. Write to him a pleasing letter that three of us, myself, yourself, and the third will go and attend it." Mr. Jog informed Mr. Dio of what Baba said. The latter was much pleased, but he knew that Baba never went to any place except Rahata, Rui, and Nimagaon in person. He also thought that nothing was impossible to Baba, as it was all privacy, and that he might suddenly come in any form he likes and fulfill his words. A few days before this, a sannyasi with Bengali dress and profession came for work in the cause of protection of the cows. Came to station master at Darno to collect subscription. The latter told him to go into the town and see Mamlatdar, Mr. Dio, and with the help collect funds. Just then the Mamlatdar happened to come there. The station master then introduced the sannyasi to him. Both sat talking at the platform. Mr. Dio told him that subscription list for some other charitable cause has already been opened by the leading citizen Rao Sai Narottam Sethi, and so it was not good to start another subscription list, and it would be better if he would visit the place after 2 or 4 months. Hearing this, the sannyasi left the place. After a month, the sannyasi came in a tanga and stopped in front of Mr. Dio's house at around 10 a.m. Then Dio thought that he came for subscription. Seeing him busy with the preparation of the ceremony, the sannyasi said that he had not come for money but for meals. Dio said, "All right, very glad, you are welcome. The house is yours." The sannyasi, "Two lads are with me." Dio, "Well, come with them." As there was no time, that is only 2 hours for dinner, Dio inquired where he should send them for. He said that it was not necessary and he would come himself at the appointed time. Dio asked him to come at noon, exactly at 12 noon. The trio came and joined the dinner party, and after feeding themselves went away. After the ceremony was finished, Mr. Dio wrote a letter to Baba Sahib Jog complaining of Baba's breach of promise. Jog went to Baba with the letter, but before it was opened, Baba spoke. He says that I broke his promise to come but deceived him. Informed that I did attend the dinner with 2 others, but he failed to recognize me. Then why did he call me at all? Tell him that he thought that the sannyasi came there to ask for subscription money. Did I not remove his doubt in the respect that I not say that I would come with 2 others, and did not the trio come in time and take the meals? See, to keep up my word I would sacrifice my life. I would never be untrue to my words. This reply gladdened Jog's heart, and he communicated the whole of the reply to Dio. As soon as he read it, he burst into tears of joy. But he took himself to task mentally for vainly blaming Baba. He wondered how he was deceived by the sannyasi's prior visit, his coming to him for subscription. Now he was failed to catch the significance of the sannyasi's words that he would come with 2 others for meals. This story clearly shows that when the devotee surrenders themselves completely to the Sadguru, he sees that the religious functions in the house are duly executed and compiled with all the necessary formalities. Hemadpant's Shimla dinner. Now let us take another story which shows how Baba appeared in the form of his picture and fulfilled the desire of his devotee. In 1917, on a full moon morning, Hemadpant had a vision. Baba appeared to him in his dream in the form of well-dressed sannyasi, woke him up and said that he would come for meals that day. This awakening constituted a part of the dream. When he fully woke up, he saw no sign nor any sannyasi. But when he began to recollect the dream, he remembered each and every word from the sannyasi uttered in his dream. Though he was in contact with Baba for 7 years and though he always meditated on Baba, he never expected that Baba would come to his house for meals. However, being much pleased with Baba's words, he went to his wife and informed her that being the holy day, a sannyasi guest was coming for meals and that some more rice should be prepared. She inquired about the guest, who he was and where he is coming from. Then, not to lead her astray and not to cause any misunderstanding, he gave her the truth, that is, told him about the dream. She doubtedly asked whether it was possible for Baba to come there from Shirdi, leaving the dainty dishes there for accepting this course meal. Hemadpant then assured her that Baba might not come in person, that he would attend in the form of guest, and that they would not lose anything if they cooked some more rice. After this, the preparation dinner went on and was quite ready at noon. The Holika worship was gone through and the leaves were spread and arranged with Rangoli mark around them. 2 rows were put in with central seat between them for the guests. All the members of the family, sons, grandsons, daughters and son-in-laws came and occupied their proper seats and the serving of the various articles commenced. While this was being done, everyone was watching for the guests, but none turned up, though it was past noon. Then the door was closed and chained. The Annashuddhi, that is ghee, was served. This was a signal to start eating. Formal offering to the Vaishwadeva, that is fire, and Naivedya to Sri Krishna were also over, and the family members were about to begin, when footsteps in the staircase were distinctively heard. Hemadpant went immediately and opened the door and saw 2 men there, Ali Muhammad and Maulana Ismu Mujawar, both who upon seeing that meals were ready and everyone else was about to begin eating, apologized to Hemadpant and requested him to excuse their interference. They said, "You left your seat and came running to us. Others are waiting for you. So please take this, your thing, and I shall relate all the wonderful tale about it later at your convenience." So saying, he took out from his armpit a packet wrapped in an old news cover and placed it on table. Hemadpant uncovered the packet and saw to a great wonder and surprise a big nice picture of Sai Baba. Seeing it, he was much moved. Tears began to roll from his eyes and hair stood on end all over his body, and he bent and placed his hand on the feet of Baba in the picture. He thought that Baba had blessed him by this miracle or leela. Out of curiosity, he asked Ali Muhammad where it came from. He said that he bought it from a shop and that he would give all the details about it sometime afterwards, and wished that all the members were waiting for him. He should go and join them. Hemadpant thanked him, bade them goodbye, and returned to the dining hall. The picture was placed on the central seat reserved for the guest, and after the due offering of the Naivedya, the whole party commenced eating and finished it in proper time. Seeing the beautiful form in the picture, everybody was extremely pleased and wondered how all this happened. This is how Sai Baba kept his vow and fulfilled each and every word uttered by him in the dream of Hemadpant. The story of this picture with all its details, that is how Ali Muhammad got it, why he bought it and gave it to Hemadpant, is reserved for the next chapter. Bo to Sri Sai, peace be to all.